back, baby.
We are
back.
What's going on, gentlemen?
Back.
That's all, folks. How we doing?
Doing well. Doing well. There's going to be a nice NAC reunion dinner tomorrow night here in LA. One of the members will be present, as in me and Lucas. David has prior obligations. He doesn't want to hang out with us.
I don't want to hang out with you guys. That's really what it is. Yeah, I just,
we get another wedding.
No, I didn't have any weddings this summer. You guys are the wedding people now, Chevy. What was it? Four weddings,
In
2
a
in
month.
1 weekend for you?
Yeah, basically.
I think you're
One of
that.
them. Yeah, one of them met his wife at the altar. Never met her before. They connected
outta
for the
here.
first time.
Stop it. Stop.
Shut
You're
up.
kidding. Are you serious?
I swear.
That was one of your 4?
I swear. Yeah, but it was part of a reality TV show. So
Oh,
What?
please.
Oh, wow.
it was pretty funny.
Chevy, one of the
Pretty
4
funny.
A fairy tale script.
on reality TV. All right.
Yeah.
I've got a
kind of-
birthday. It's a friend's birthday.
What kind of
Lucas,
weddings
you
are
seem
you going
upset,
to?
man.
I'm just
I'm
What
wondering-
kind of
upset.
weddings are you going to?
what kind of
reality TV
weddings are you
weddings?
going to, dude?
He's recruiting blueprint creators.
Yeah. Wherever they are, I'll be.
This
Rain or
is
shine.
a nice wedding. You guys ever think about selling this on chain? Offering some incentives back to your party?
Not a bad idea. Maybe I'll clip the moments of me in the wedding. We'll see when it comes
Wow.
out in 6 months.
Yep.
Let's go.
Yeah. But all right. What are you doing in LA, Soup? Why are you coming to LA?
Why
when
are you coming
We
out?
can't hang.
Little solo reset retreat. No phones, no screens. 3 days up in Malibu.
Okay.
And yeah. Getting ready for this next leg of the pods product and just trying to get my energy levels up.
Why Malibu?
Direct flight from where I'm at. It's in a beach. And I just always wanted to visit. I don't know.
Well, I like Lucas's intention of going offline, no phones, no screens, because I too will be offline with no screens by the time this airs. I will be deep in the playa, Burning Man 2025. Bow, 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 bow. Don't know what to expect. Pretty excited about it. Headed out on Saturday. We'll be there for a full week. Probably the first time I went fully offline, and as long as I can remember, but should be a movie. So
Since last
next
month,
episode?
Yeah, what are you talking about, Coop? What are you
No.
talking
when the
about?
sun was radiating, your skin was glowing, and
Yeah.
you were seeing Japanese reindeer. It was like hopping in front of you.
That was like less than 24 hours. It was like one day.
That's pretty good though, one day.
Yeah.
It's definitely not a full week.
Not a full week. So yeah, I'm excited to share the trip with our loyal listeners after we get back on this podcast, but I'll miss you guys, So next week, just putting it out there for the listeners. I've been pretty consistent on NAC. I don't think I missed a single one yet. If I'm not here, it's because I'm at Burning Man. I love you guys. I love the support we get on this podcast, and it's the only reason I can't make it, all right? So let's not think that there's any other reason.
What are
How-
your gifts that you're bringing to Burning Man? Or like whatever it is, like your barter. What are you bartering over there?
I have no clue.
Music NFTs.
Music
Yeah, I'm
NFTs.
going to barter
Yeah.
some song
Hey
coins.
guys, look at my catalog. Look at every. You guys want this Daniel Allen 101 for some water, please?
They wish.
Can I get
They
some
wish.
water?
Can I get some
Not
water?
available
I've
for sale.
got a Daniel Allen 101. If
No,
you've
here's what I'll
got
say.
Some water.
Shout out to Camp Node being run by some crypto OGs. Jesse Grushak. We got Geo out there. We got Connor O'Day. We might get a Brenner sighting, I heard. We got Evan McMullen who might be popping by. Some good
Squad.
people. Some good people at Camp Node. We got a good mix of crypto people, some music people going on. I feel very excited to join the camp. I feel very grateful to be joining this camp of a bunch of veterans who have been there, done that quite a few times, and should be a good time. So I'll keep you guys posted on how it goes.
Wait, Lucas, you don't feel like you want to join a vibe like that, like a reset vibe like that?
I don't think Burning Man's the type of reset that I'm going for here, personally.
So, what does a founder retreat look like? A solo founder retreat. I wonder if other founders do that, and I'd actually be curious to talk to founders to see
think,
what time off looks like.
I think Type just did one from Noise. He just did 11 days
Oh, yeah.
completely offline. I don't know what exactly his day-to-day was or where he was at, but mine's going to be like just a lot of journaling, meditating, and hanging on a beach, maybe doing some surfing,
Nice.
just not looking at screens and trying not to think about doom scrolling Twitter.
Love that. Love that. Good luck. I feel like the hardest part is disconnecting from social media.
Mm-hmm.
But after you disconnect for like 2 days, maybe then your brain will detox and you'll feel good coming out of it. I hope so. I mean, that's pretty cool.
I'm
Nice.
excited for it. I'm excited for it. I don't think I've done like a full offline, really ever. You know, even when I do go offline, like I still have my phone and I'm still checking it. So it'll be good to just
Get
like,
offline, Lucas.
Yeah,
put
get him
that
out of
shit
here.
on airplane.
Get offline.
Get outta here.
Wait, how do you-
I'll see you guys next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, get out of the matrix.
How do you tame, this is the question for all of you guys. How do you tame the anxiety of being offline?
The only time I've done it successfully is in a national park where like you eventually just don't have service and I didn't like buy a fucking Starlink or something, and then you just like there's no choice. And then after an hour I was like, this is what it is. But I don't think I've ever done it for more than like 12 hours where I could have had service. That seems very difficult.
Yeah. I think I've only done it for like 24 hours, been like camping up north in like Idaho and didn't have service, but it was like max 24 hours. And I definitely feel like really good after coming back. So I'm excited to do it for 3 days. I think it'll be different because I'll have that temptation there, you know, being in Malibu. But, you know, I think
The
we'll
temptation.
push through the temptation.
Wait,
That
did you
little-
say
that
3 days
little-
or 11 days?
Tyke from Noise did 11 days. I'm just doing 3
Oh,
days, Friday,
okay, got it.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool. Coop, are you completely offline at Burning Man?
Yeah, you can get Starlink if you want, but it's like only for emergency situations or if you have like a kid at home that you need to check on or something. Otherwise, they're just like, nah, like we're not giving it to you. So I'm also not gonna
Is
ask
that-
for it. So yeah,
Is that through your camp or is that
Yeah.
just like, yeah, got it. Exciting.
Wow.
I'm
How long
joining it
is
down
Burning Man?
for the week? Burning Man technically starts on Sunday, but there's like a pre-build period, and so a lot of people are headed out there like right now to start setting up their camp. I get out there on Saturday to help set up, and then I'm leaving the following Sunday. It's in Reno, so it's about a 10-hour drive from LA, and so I'm driving out on Saturday morning, then leaving the following Sunday. Probably get back sometime like late Monday night if I had to guess. So we'll see what happens. Pretty stoked about it.
Is it a solo drive?
No, I'm going with a couple friends who are veteran burners, and should be good. Should be good.
Nice.
Nice. It's gonna be fun.
Next episode should just be a full report from Lucas and Cooper on their offline time.
Yeah.
Literally.
We went
I like
offline.
that.
Here's
Good-
what we learned.
Yeah.
Good for you guys. I love that. Maybe that's a good transition. Is the bull market over? We're taking
Whoa.
time off.
Crazy headline. Not even close, brother.
Who put that in the agenda? Who put that one in?
Who do
Let's
you
see.
think, Chevy? Who do you think?
David.
Who's the only person that makes the agenda?
David, I think it was you, wasn't it? You and your agendas. I think it was David. David. So why do you think the bull market's over, David? Please tell us.
I don't think the bull. My Lord Lee is going to keep buying, you know? So I don't think the bull market's over. I think Lord Lee is out there to be our savior and keep these flows going.
All right, Lucas, why did you put bull markets over on the agenda?
You know, I've just barely had the opportunity to try any good flywheels, you know? And next thing you know, ETH is down 30%, 25% from the all-time highs here of 4,700. No, I just think it was just on the timeline of like people were like getting bearish again and saying that we're going to nuke. And I don't think it's the bear or the bull market's over, but I think it's a pretty healthy cool down overall. But I was just seeing it on the timeline and I thought we'd talk about it.
Guys, we're just getting started.
Yeah, literally.
It's just getting
The
started.
flywheel is the meme.
Q
of the
orangey
cycles.
on Aiden Ross stream meme. We're just getting started.
We're just getting
Genuinely.
started.
Literally.
But
But
I
think-
think my litmus for bull market energy is how prevalent crypto is within like the mainstream mind share. And I think that percentage feels extremely low to me right now. It's like no one really knows that ETH's at all-time high. No one really knows that Bitcoin's at all-time high. There's definitely not like any Jimmy Kimmel appearances or anything like that. Like the level of like mainstream top signals feels very low to me right now. And so that's what makes me think that we still have quite a long way to run, is that we haven't seen nearly as many of the celebrity top signals that we saw last time around.
Where do founder
Yeah,
exits
I-
fall into this?
I don't
Hold
think
on.
that they
I
really
think
fell into that.
before we
No, they
transition,
don't.
Levy, that was a good transition. But I do think it was interesting because like we kind of did have that Coop with over, December, January with, Trump meme coin, Malay launching the fucking Argentinian meme coin. Like there was kind of that massive just blow off top or like just crazy level of zeitgeist of just like mainstream people,
Yeah.
influential people launching meme coins. And I do feel like it was different or not as like blown up as like NFT cycle where, Eminem, Jimmy Kimmel are all putting on Bored Apes, but it was a interesting comparison, I think. I don't know where that lands in the cycle, but I do think like we had a little bit of that, earlier this year at the end of last year.
I would agree with that if Trump hadn't already historically done stuff in crypto prior to that. I think for me, it's like, what are people doing that are like net new to crypto that have never touched it before? And something that feels a little bit more like maybe creator or like influencer heavy. I think if you look at like the top signals from the NFT cycle, it was like, every artist wearing a Bored Ape. You had like the Nelk Boys drop, you had like the Logan Paul drop and everything. You just had all these like major brands and influencers just like doing crypto renditions of their products and communities. And I feel like we haven't really seen many meme coins, creator coins from a lot of these bigger profiles. And I still think that there's a lot of room to run there. So that's
Getting started.
my litmus.
We're just getting started.
It's just
We're
getting
just getting
started.
started.
It's a gut feeling from Coop, You just got
It's a
that
gut feeling. My gut says that ETH still has to go a lot higher before we can declare this bull market over.
Where do you think? Early in the podcast series, you guys were making price predictions, and we kind of stopped doing that. So Lucas and Coop, where is ETH gonna hit before it jumbles, and we lose the bull market?
Like, where's it going to top out at?
Yeah.
Curious.
Well,
Go
I think
ahead,
like
Lucas, one hears.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think earlier we were like under this assumption that we're gonna have like a Q4 blowout. And what I've seen on the timeline, or at least on Twitter, is like a couple people have done these polls and everyone thinks that there's gonna be a Q4 blow off top. And I'm more interested in like seeing if that happens. I think one thing that I've always realized is like if everyone's thinking that this is gonna happen, it's probably not gonna happen, especially with respect to price movement. And I think my bigger question is, are we actually like in the Suzu super cycle with ETF flows coming in? And just that constant institutional bid where it's not going to be like a massive blow off top, but it's going to be like this continuous grind up, similar to like the S&P 500 that just kind of grinds up over time and just, does that random walk. And I think that's an interesting thought experiment, but we'll see kind of how Q4 shapes up. But I do agree to like Coop's earlier point of there hasn't been like that massive just mainstream kind of obsession with crypto. Like Katy Perry's not posting her nails painted with, cryptocurrencies, which was like a classic 2017 top signal. In terms of the question of where I think ETH and Bitcoin top out at, I have no idea. Maybe I'm hoping 10K, hopefully 500K, as we talked about last episode. But I think we might just be in this super cycle because there's just this massive kind of wave of institutional money just constantly bidding this stuff up. And we'll see.
So the bull market is not over. The super cycle has begun, is what Lucas is saying.
Correct. Maybe. Potentially. I just think everyone thinks that we're going to have this Q4 blow off top. And I feel like when everyone thinks that, that's not what happens.
David, what does your quant think?
My quant, Lord Lee, has been talking about 16K ETH. I believe he even talked about over 500K ETH, and that this is the best macro opportunity since Bitcoin. But he wasn't talking about that for the end of the year. But I believe Lord Lee's most recent prediction is 16K, and that we're just
Lord
in a
Lee
healthy.
speak for you now?
Yeah. Lord Lee is my savior. He's here for me. He looks out for me at night, and he looks out for Ethereum.
He talks to you at night.
He tucks me in at night. He says everything's gonna be okay. It's just a little itty bitty correction.
On the head.
Daddy Lee's coming in tomorrow with another 500 mil to 1.5
gonna be
bill
okay.
buy and says everything's gonna be okay. That's what my quant Lord Lee says. My real take, when Lord Lee leaves the room, is that
He never leaves the room. He's always with you.
that's true. He
Says
is,
he
he
has
is
on the
always,
shelf.
he is
He's
always
right
with
here.
me. How dare I speak ill of the Lord? I think, I'm curious what you guys think about this. I think our gauge our sentiment analysis gauges for bull and bear markets and crypto are outdated. I don't know if we're going to get another like Eminem's buying NFTs and Bieber's got an ape and Katy Perry's painting her nails, and it's this just like almost rebellious feeling culture that's like coming out of nowhere, because we've already had it twice, and both of those times there were still high level people shitting on it, and part of what made it cool was like being against the man. And we're just not, that's not where crypto is anymore. Like the president is buying crypto. My savior Lord Lee is on CNBC every almost every day the last 2 weeks talking about Ethereum. I just think it's different. And it's not to say like it's not going to go up and down, but that feeling of like past bear markets where it would go down and there were literally people being like, is crypto even going to exist or matter in 2 years? I don't really see that kind of bear market sentiment happening again. And I don't think we get the same kind of like same exact kind of blow off top crypto cycle we've gotten in the past.
Here's some numbers, guys, huh? We got a lot of words here. I believe Chevy's question was, what is the price
8 to
of ETH
12
at the end of this year?
8 to 12 8 to 12.
I'm going 7.5.
Okay.
7.5.
I think that's good. That's about half of Lord Lee's prediction, but can go
Going
against
Bitcoin top for the cycle, 250K. Solana top for the cycle, $500.
You
Hype
think
top for
you
the
think
cycle.
hold on, let's pause
150.
there. You think
Whoa, hype top
big-
for the cycle 150? Really? I like that. Okay. I thought you were gonna say like 100, 120. 150 is good. Sorry, Lucas. What were you gonna say?
That's what my gut says.
that's what your gut is saying, that Bitcoin's going to do another 2x and ETH is going to do less than a 2x, even though Bitcoin's already 2x its all-time highs from last cycle.
That's what my gut's
That's
saying.
what your gut is saying.
Yeah.
I think I would agree with the 7.5K target in Q4. I think what we do after that is going to be very dependent on like how frothy it is, how frothy that 7.5K is by year's end. But beyond that, we'll see.
Froth it up, baby.
Coop likes the froth.
So we got to get offline. We got to recharge our batteries so we can get ready to froth.
Get ready to froth, baby.
Q4 frothing.
Q4 froth. Here we go.
You know what else has been frothy lately?
What?
There we
Chevy?
go. This recent story on the timeline of the Story Protocol co-founder dipping to his new AI project, applying AI to frontier industries like science and space, which has gotten a ton of heat. A ton of heat. Curious, have you guys been following the story?
Yeah.
How could you not?
I don't know. Some of us have been offline. Some of us are in the lane. I don't know. But this feels like the story of the week, frankly.
No
And
pun
it's only
intended.
Wednesday. Yeah. I don't know how to feel about this, but other than the memes are really good, frankly.
Memes
I
are
Have
great.
you
like-
heard it?
I like
ahead,
the
Lucas.
chain fees there of $45 in 24 hours. Raise your hand if you generated more in fees in the last 24 hours in Story. Coop, there it is.
Here's what I'll
The
say.
fellas.
Crypto is not about fees, and it hasn't been for a long time. And if you can tell a good story, you can build a $7 billion protocol. What I'll also say is that I think it's a little bit overblown in the sense that Story Protocol is like a complete ghost chain, because I don't actually think it's a ghost chain. David, shout out to you showing me that IP.world project, which I thought was pretty good. We have the Aria project, which is bringing master royalties online, giving people an opportunity to invest in some really prominent catalog projects. And I think this guy's basically just catching he's a scapegoat. He's a scapegoat for every founder that's ever launched a high FDV protocol and then rode off into the sunset. And so it's definitely not a new story. all intents and purposes. I've never met the guy, so I can't speak personally to his competence or anything like that. I definitely feel a little bit bad for him, I guess, just getting roasted as hard as he is. But also, if I'm in this guy's position, I don't really care that I got 5 million impressions of people talking smack on me because he spent 3.5 years there. Let's not act like it's like he spent like a year there and dipped out. 3.5 years is a pretty fucking long time. So I don't know. I guess I have mixed reviews. I understand the sentiment. The problem is not new in crypto, but also I think it's a little bit overblown in terms of like this guy not having actually worked really hard for 3.5 years, despite the fact that the chain might not be showing real results yet, because I think a project like that will still need like 5 to 10 years to be able to show something of value. Those are my thoughts.
I don't know much about their project or what they do. I just remember seeing a couple of these stories pop up in the last few months and just being a reoccurring narrative, people raising a lot of money, exercising part of their vesting schedule, and then dipping. Which is, I guess, the story that a lot of people are fed up about. Like, how do these projects keep getting away with that? And yeah, I don't know. I know of one other founder building on Story, but I don't know what the current state of the project is and how they're doing and what happened. I remember seeing like this ecosystem chart when they announced their initial round of all these projects building on Story and their fight for tokenizing IP and all that good stuff. So that's all I know. I haven't really dove into it. I just keep seeing all these funny hot takes that keep me entertained on the timeline.
You guys see the mansion that the EOS founder bought recently? Sardinia?
No.
Yeah, I
Anyone know
saw
what I'm
that in
talking about?
Sardinia. 25 mil.
Yeah. So all I'm saying is
Yeah.
that this is a tale as old as time. All right. We've been seeing crypto founders launch protocols and ride off into the sunset for the last 10 years. And so I think this guy was kind of an easy target here, but we know quite a few founders who have done pretty good.
Name them all,
Pretty
Coop,
good.
right now. Put them on blast. Name
Why
them
hasn't
all.
anybody
will
here
not be
launched a
naming them.
protocol? What are we
Wait,
doing?
since when does Binance have a Twitter product?
And since
What do
when are
you
you
mean?
using
Oh,
it?
Oh, look at
Well,
this.
no. When I went to go look up this
Did you find this
headline,
on DGen
this is-
chain, Chevy?
yeah, literally. No, this is the first headline. This is
Interesting.
hilarious. I had no idea. Binance Square.
20 bedrooms,
Let's
35
see.
bathrooms. Let's do our offsite here.
There's just
Yeah, that's
this
a
is
good
for
idea.
Binance.com. Pretty good. Coop, I feel like you need one of these. I
Yeah,
don't know.
you would do good
That's
with one of those.
that's what my gut's telling me.
Yeah.
My gut says that I would like to have a mansion at some point, but
Yeah.
chipping away. Apps maybe not getting the same love that protocols are getting. Here's what I'll say. I was talking
Music
to
protocol, Coop.
I was talking to my
Music
friend
protocol.
Bear Snake this week. We got a little sushi in LA. Shout out Frown Runes. And he made the argument that in crypto, it's actually bad to have a product because when you have a product, you can start to value it. You can look at the number of users that you have. You can look at the amount of revenue that you're generating. And if you look at everything else in crypto that has done well historically, hasn't really had a product for the most part. I'm not going to say that it's all or nothing, but you look at the Story Protocol team, you look at some of these other L1s that are happening, and the narrative drives more of the volume than the actual product does. And so I think that we're all in this interesting position where we all have products and we're all trying to build something of relevance that has, a lot of users and revenue and is a really strong app in the App Store and whatnot. But there it is.
There it is.
The pure play narrative. The pure play
There it
narrative.
is.
It's very real in crypto, and it probably will be for a long time. So don't hate the player, don't hate the game. Or don't hate the player, hate the game. That's
Here's my thing is that I know we push back on the fee narrative, but like I feel like that is the driving narrative for like hype right now, is that it generates a fuck ton of fees. So I don't know. There's appeals.
Well, that's the new mentality, right? I think that's sort of like the slow culture that's changing here, is that we are starting to look at projects in terms of their fees and how they're actually utilizing those fees. Because I'll even take it a step further, is to say, I don't think people are like stoked on projects that are just collecting fees and putting it in like a dormant treasury. I think the ones that they're most excited about are the projects that are actually using those fees to constantly buy back the token and have like a very strong, economics going on under the hood. And so I feel like that's a new narrative that's happening. It's one that I've been trying to pay more attention to. And I think it's something that people are sort of getting away from, like the L1 zombie chain narrative, and instead just focusing on projects that have that good on-chain revenue, which is ultimately pretty healthy for the space as a whole.
Yeah, I mean, I think revenue going to pump my bags is always going to be well received among the community. I think the bigger question here, and I think there was some discussion about this last cycle, is like, is that the best use of capital, or should you be funneling that back into growth? Maybe you could argue that like token price going up is a growth hack or like a growth mechanism, but yeah, I would say, of course, like revenue buybacks going to token price go up is going to be well received among the community.
I'm
Good
definitely still
transition into
underwater
light.
on my pump bag, I was going to say. And then light also, I feel like, has kind of been taken center stage here. Anyone else a light holder? Anyone else letting there be light in their Solana portfolio?
I got some light.
I got some
I
light.
wanted to buy some yesterday. I thought it was going to dip, and it did not dip. It dipped a little bit. I thought it was going to do a little bit bigger, but dip. It did not.
I kind of forgot I bought it, to be honest with you.
What's the
Did
latest
you
with
get
light?
it in the ICO?
I got it the same day as the ICO, so like right when it opened on the market.
So you're up. You're
I'm
up
up.
big.
I was up probably like 5-10x on it. It was nothing crazy though. I did like 5 sols, so it's not like I'm going to sit here and say I'm a wizard trader, but it was nice to catch a win. A good win on the soul side of things, you know?
It's always nice to get a wave.
I feel like my soul trading has come in such waves. I feel like I was crushing it for a minute, you know, like AI16Z days, you know what I mean? There's like a lot of trend coins that are popping off. I was checking my Phantom wallet every day, and then for whatever reason, they all just shit the bed, came way down. And then I don't really think about my Solana wallet that much anymore. I just kind of like throw 5 sol at things that feel interesting. And light was a good one. Caught the win on that one, took some profits, felt good, but you know, it's not like I'm like riding that to infinity here. I'm just like, yeah, good play.
Good win.
I would say a lot more of my soul trading has moved over to some of these more like retail trading apps. Like I've been using this app called FOMO a lot. I don't know if you guys have looked into FOMO, but it's the former team at DYDX that spun out and started like a moonshot competitor, basically, kind of like a gamified social trading app. And I'm getting wrecked on there, to be honest with you, but it's a fun app, and it's fun just to like see what people are holding and trading. And you know, it's not something that I feel like hasn't been tried before, but I feel like it's probably the best iteration of that product that I've seen yet. So that's where most of my like Solana trading energy has gone. I guess I just don't feel like a strong sense of allegiance to most of these Solana coins that I'm buying. Like they all just feel like you have to just get in and get out so fast that it's like if you're not fully in it on a day-to-day basis and like watching it like a hawk, bro, I bought this like Taylor Swift coin and I was up like 100% in like 5 minutes, and then I came back the next day and I was like, oh, you're down 97% on your trade. And I was like, what the hell happened? Like I bought this thing like less than 12 hours ago, and I feel like that's just a very recurring theme of like it's just so volatile, it's crazy. And
That's how the
maybe I'm just
trenches
not
work.
built for this life
Yeah,
anymore.
that's how Solana works. though. That's the
If it-
energy on Solana.
Yeah.
It's the energy
If it
of the
makes-
trenches.
You got like a 5, 15, 20-minute window to get in and out before all the attention moves on to something else.
Yeah, crazy to think about.
It makes
So
you
wait,
feel
how
any
is
better,
Light
Coop.
doing? How is Light doing?
It's great.
What's the status on the platform? Speaking of revenue generating tokens.
I mean,
Cycling
I think they've done
buybacks.
$1 million.
What's
I think
up?
they've done $1.5 million in buybacks. And the products only existed for like a week and a half.
mm-hmm.
They've done 1.5 in buybacks. I don't know if they've really had a token outside of Light pop off yet. When I checked yesterday, like the biggest token outside of Light was at like 5 mil, maybe 7 mil. There's a good dog coin on there called, I think it was called Hachi. I actually think, I don't know if you guys have like played around. I think it's the best designed launchpad to have been released ever. And
Wow.
best is like best is a very specific term, but it's the first launchpad to be released that I've seen on Solana that doesn't look like just like pure crack cocaine degeneracy and looks like a product that you could show somebody and they'd be like, oh, this is cool. What's going on here? Let me navigate this, versus like 80 things popping in your face at all times. It's honestly more like it's more like Hyperliquid meets a token launchpad with good design, or like aesthetic design. I don't know what word we want to use here.
It's giving like FWB forefront DAO era design.
Yeah,
That's what it's giving.
So true.
Yeah, it's cool though. I really like it. It's really
David's
clean.
long. David's letting there be light in his portfolio.
There's light. There's light. There's some 777, and there's some Hachi, the dog. Doggy.
GG.
Let there be light.
So what you're saying is that you're losing conviction on all your coins, Coop. Is that what you're saying?
No. It's hard to lose something that you didn't have in the first place. You know, I never had conviction in my Solana meme coins going to. Yeah, this is a great tweet or great cast, I should say.
Guy keeps telling himself that he should take some chips off the table, but has incredible conviction in every single coin that he owns. Could be me. All right, Phil. Pretty
I
good.
feel like that's always the battle, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Feel like this is going to go up, but take some chips off the table, you know?
Yep.
It's been a hard lesson to learn for me, for sure.
You'll get it on
Some-
this cycle. You know, it's a 3-cycle type deal. You know,
Wait,
the third
definitely
cycle,
a 3-cycle type ordeal. You're 100% right. 100%. And we have been taking chips off the table, and it's great.
I feel like everyone goes through this of like first cycle, you lose everything. You restart. You go up, you lose everything. You're like, okay, learned my lesson. Second cycle, you do a lot better. You still lose 90%, but like you're okay. Third cycle, I think you play it well. You're like, all right, we've been here before. We're good. I know when this is going to get frothy. Let's take the chips off the table. So 3-cycle.
Did you see this Slade creator coin experiment that just launched today?
What's he
No.
doing? No. I saw
He
this.
is basically doing a jackpot, like a creator coin jackpot, where there's like a pool of 50 grand worth of creator tokens, and you have to buy up his creator coin to be able to bid on the jackpot. Kind of weird. Asked me to be in with it. I said I was down, and then I was not involved. I was not in the jackpot, so got my tokens sent back. So kind of just watching it casually. Don't really have much of an opinion on it outside of the fact that it's like different. I think that Zora's kind of at this interesting crossroad where I feel like a lot of that early hype around just buying creator coins has a little bit died down a bit. I think most of the creators who have like wanted to launch a coin have launched a coin. And so I feel like we're in this limbo state now where they really got to prove that they can get new people onto this. So it's definitely just interesting to watch the phase they're in. And, you know, I don't really love that we're seeing like these crypto native experiments be the ones that are driving like market cap to go up. I would rather see like more prominent content creators posting like viral videos be the thing that drives price up. But just interesting to think about as our resident Zora bull here about talking about where the Zora token is at this week.
My concern with Zora so far is outside of crypto natives, the biggest users seem to be some OF girls. We got some OF girls on the platform, which isn't there's nothing wrong with that.
That's
But
bullish.
I don't think Zora, it is bullish to a certain degree, but I don't think Zora wants to be like OF creator coin platform. Maybe they do.
I don't know if beggars can be choosers when you're looking for product market fit. You kind of
That's true.
hope that something sticks. You
Yeah.
know, the early beginnings of some of these really popular apps started as something completely different to what they are right now. So I don't know. I think there's signal that the collector community is enjoying that. I see like random tweets of people opening up anon wallets to support the Zora baddies, the zaddies, or zabbies, not the zabbies, the Zora baddies. So I think that's a fun signal to kind of see that maybe this is the OnlyFans of crypto. I feel like OnlyFans creators could pull volume, huh?
Do they allow NSFW content on Zora or no? Probably not.
I don't
Like,
know.
what are these OF
No,
girls
I think they
posting?
do.
But then again, these OnlyFans models, they make their money off gated content and like these like random click through funnels kind of energy, you know, where they kind of tease something and you have to buy. So it's like the whole patronage model that Zora completely abandoned with NFTs. And I feel like the ERC20 model does not support that behavior.
How do you feel about that? Now that we're 6 weeks into the Zora experiment, how are you feeling about the full tokenization of Zora, Chevy?
Working for them. I'm happy for them. Keep punching, Zora. Keep punching. Keep always be experimenting. You know, not us just like minting the remaining dust particles of NFTs over here. You know, getting what's left off the shelves. So keep going, guys. We love it. I onboarded somebody new to Zora in the past week and filmed a funny video, or at least a fun video rather, on it. And she didn't understand anything, which made the whole video amazing to watch. Did you guys watch the video?
Yes.
I'm a
Pretty
holder.
good. Let's go. Yeah. 20 holders, 8K market cap. She was just like, it was iconic watching her go through the entire mental journey of onboarding onto Zora and seeing crypto for the first time and all that. So people find it fun. I think they did something right because people find it fun. People think it's cool. They think it's different. And that, in my mind, is a win to begin with. So I think we talked about this in the last episode or previous episode. Like, it takes a lot just to get somebody through the door. And now that they're in the door, they can kind of see what works, what doesn't work, optimize the flow. Like, one of the interesting insights that she kind of gave through her humor was that, okay, how do I buy something? I have no ETH. Like, what do you want me to buy? I have no money in my wallet. So there's like a lot of like mental framing, mental onboarding that you see her go through. It's like, okay, wait, these are really common errors that people might go through when they're trying to try a new crypto app, for example.
Yeah.
So I say keep fighting a good fight. What can I say? Yeah.
You fighting the good fight.
Good take. That's actually a very similar experience to when I onboard like real people to Zora. That's also their first reaction is like, how do I buy something? And like, why would I want to buy something? And just that like first getting started loop feels to be a little bit confusing. I'm a big fan of Zora, like offering like a $5, $10 credit for like joining the app for the first time. So you don't have to like top up or buy something. You can just kind of like get started automatically, but it's definitely a good call out for sure.
They could definitely use their coin to do that. Like, without a doubt. And I don't see it impacting them. If anything, it adds more volume to their coin, which they're probably going to do at some point because it makes most sense. I think it makes sense why there isn't proper KYC in the app because it absolutely kills the entire product experience. The second somebody sees that they need to add social security to an app,
100%.
They completely check out. It's absolutely horrendous. And frankly, I think the rodeo credit model is just not it either, of like topping off and buying and reloading your card and spending your credits and needing to reload again. Like, that is just a tedious, cumbersome process within itself that has hurdles. So there isn't a right.
That's not any different from what Spark says.
No, but I think it's how do you get the user to earn their first $5 and then use that to buy stuff, and then it's kind of like this cycle from there, right? It's how do you get them to earn it?
$5 to make $10, for example.
I think the hard part is like that can be like civil
in your native coin.
But then you're just going to have a bunch of emails just signing up, taking the $5, selling it.
Wait, no, they could put restrictions on that. They could probably program some restrictions into that where either it expires within a certain time. The only action you could do is spend. So you need to buy. I don't know. There's for sure a way to do that and use your coin as the initial point of engagement, so your account automatically gets 111 sparks to begin with, and maybe that's just natively in Zora's credits. Like, maybe that's just like a fictitious number that they create on behalf of every single account, and that's just sent natively within their app and not on another network or on chain for what it's worth. I think you can get pretty creative with that. Yeah. It's like in-game currency.
Yeah.
But that was really fun onboarding her. She likes it. And now we talk about Zora multiple times a week. And we talk about uploading more content. And she's kind of like hooked, even though she doesn't know what to do now. She's like, do I just keep buying? What do I do with these coins? Can I sell them?
That's the bull case for sure.
Yeah. So we'll see. It was a fun experiment, though. It was a fun experiment. For sure. What else have we got on the agenda, boys?
I think we're in a pretty good spot here, honestly. I know you said you wanted to keep it a little closer to 30 today, so I feel like I want to be respectful of your time, Chevy. Also, for the listeners out there, let's keep in mind that Chevy has been doing some late night grinds out here, and he has been showing up, bringing the good energy. It's late for him, but he doesn't complain. He comes with a positive attitude, and I appreciate that because it's not easy, and he's been doing it time and time again, and I just want to give him the flowers he deserves.
Thank you, guys.
Shout out
Thanks,
Chevy.
Coop. Thanks, Coop. Thanks, guys. Love being here. Souk, you want to wrap it up?
Yeah. Thank you, everyone, all 3.5 million people, I think now, that are
Yeah.
listening
Sheesh.
to Not a Cartel.
Damn, we
Yeah.
went up
I
half a
mean,
mil,
we're rising,
huh?
we're
Yeah.
rising up the charts like crazy,
Yeah.
dude. It's crazy. It's the new Pods Growth product that will be released soon. Thank you all for listening to this episode of Not a Cartel. You can find them all on chain at podstopmedia/Not a Cartel. Collect these episodes, support us, and then listen on Spotify, YouTube, and anywhere else that you find your podcast. Thank you, fellas.